How's it going, Yodi Nation? Welcome to the broadcast. Today, the Coyotes take on the Okotoks Dawgs from Canada. This is a well-put-together team. They're coming out to play the Coyotes today. I'm Andrew Fury, and today I'm going to be joined with my fellow broadcaster,
Adam Perry. Pleasure to be back, Fury, and it's a beautiful day out today, man.
Absolutely. We got Pimo starting on the hill today for the Coyotes. He's taking on a good group of baseball players. Pimo's an electric lefty sophomore. He comes from Chandler High School, and he's put together a couple good starts on the year. He's got a complete game shutout, or no, took part in a shutout, and where he started. So he's an electric pitcher coming off of a few good starts, and we're looking for him to put the Coyotes ahead today and give us a fighting chance against some of Canada's best young athletes.
Good high fastball there from Pimo. Didn't get the call on the check swing. And, Pimo, you said it. He's put together a couple impressive outings so far this season, posting a 2.89 ERA over 28 innings pitched, and he has 1 CG on the year as well.
He does. Okay, so I was mistaken, but yeah, I knew deep down, man, Pimo, you could just see the way he works every day at practice. He's really become a leader for this team this past year, and his confidence shows when he's pitching.
This ball is lifted into left field. Camped under it is Porter Pittman. So that'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up number 2 for the Okotoks Dawgs. Playing first base today for Chandler-Gilbert, Dante Turgeon. Second base, Jamison Armstrong. Shortstop, Camden Plew. Third base, Ethan Hatch. Left field, Porter Pittman. And the pitch from Pimo is in there for strike 1. Over in right field, Ryder Hancock. And who is that out there in center?
Out in center today, let's
Might
take
be
a good look.
Matthew D'Amato.
I like that. That's a good look for D'Amato right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matthew D'Amato out in center. Believe that's the first time he started there all season.
Yes, sir.
Pimo in there.
New look for the Yotes.
Yeah. Slider right there for Pimo. Didn't bend back over the plate, so we go to 2-2 now. Pimo deals, swung at and missed. The high cheese from Pimo is in there for strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning, and Pimo looking like his usual dominant self here on this Monday morning.
It's a little weird to be playing on a Monday morning.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Spring break, man.
Spring break baseball. Oh, good pitch from Pimo there. Pimo can be just an absolute force on the mound when he gets in a groove.
This one lifted foul down the right side. Pimo deals, ball low, so we go to 1-2 now. Eric Anderson behind the dish, always good on the defensive side of things. This ball is grounded over to Plew, and Plew mishandles it, took a bad bounce on him and hit off his leg, so that'll be an E6 as number 7 for the Okotoks Dawgs makes his way down to first base. So 2 outs now. Number 29 coming up to bat for the Okotoks Dawgs. Their 4-hole. And this kid's got a big frame, man.
Oh, yeah.
Passes the eye test for a 4-hole hitter for sure. Oof.
Takes a healthy hat.
Doesn't pass the swing test, though. Patrick Morris. I think that was a changeup right there outside part of the plate. Got the ugly swing, so Pimo deals the 0-1, and a little bit of deja vu on that swing. So 0-2, now the count. Pimo deals strike 3. Lower part of the zone, got the swing and miss. So Patrick Morris, almost 3 up, 3 down, but he's in top form here today as the Coyotes head into the bottom of the first, looking to deal some damage. So back to action we go here in the bottom of the first. Jamison Armstrong leading off the Coyotes today, and on the bump for the Okotoks Dawgs is Benito Bonilla. This ball lifted into right field by Jamison Armstrong, but the grab is made. So he'll go down for the first out here in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up number 25, the center fielder, Matthew D'Amato. Matthew grounds this one over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be a base knock. A good start for the center fielder of the Coyotes. Gets them rolling a little bit here in the bottom of the first with a base hit to crack this one open. The Coyotes didn't record a hit on Saturday night until, I believe, the 7th or 8th inning, so definitely a change of pace here. Coyotes looking to make things happen. Up to bat is Dante Turgeon, and he watches ball 1. So Benito Bonilla, the pitcher for the Okotoks Dawgs, not committed anywhere, but he passes the eye test, coming in at 6'4", 210 on the Dawgs roster, and he looks every bit of that. That fastball was high there for ball 2. So 2-0 the count now. Dante Turgeon up to bat. This pitch right down the middle. So 2-1 now is the count. Behind the dish for the Dawgs is Louis Felix Anderson, committed to Howard College, as Bonilla picks off back to first. And Benito Bonilla, I believe, is the 4-hole as well today for the Dawgs. So a little bit of two-way action from him as he picks back off to first. D'Amato in there safely. At third base for the Dawgs is Brandon Paez. In the shortstop 6-hole is Eric Machage, as Dante takes strike 2 right there. So we go to 2-2 now, the count. Dante looking to live up to his name. D'Amato dancing over at first, and Bonilla picks back. Looks like D'Amato almost started a steal there. Shut it down real quick. Got back safely, that's all that matters. Bonilla deals. Dante grounds this one over to third base, and it's off the glove of Brandon Paez. So that'll be an E5 as Dante Turgeon makes his way to first, and Matthew D'Amato advances to second. So just like that, a little bit of mishandling and a nice base knock from D'Amato puts the Coyotes in a good position here. 1 out, bottom of the first, runners on first and second, and up to bat is Tate the Tank Lewis. Bonilla yanked that one for ball 1. Tate Lewis still hitting a robust .392 on the season. Grounds this one up the 5-6 hole. That's going to be a base knock, and Matthew D'Amato coming around third. They're going to send him home, and he's going to be in there safely. So the Coyotes draw first blood here in this contest. In the bottom of the first, off the base knock from Tate Lewis, Coyotes 1, Dawgs 0. So Tate Lewis cracking this one open for the Coyotes. Haven't had a run on the board in quite a while, and no better man to do it than Tate Lewis. And a little bit of Canada on Canada action here as Ryder Hancock steps in the box. He's got runners on first and second with 1 out, and he drills this one up the middle, lifted. That's going to fall in no man's land, and everyone's going to move forward a base. So Dante Turgeon over at third now, Tate Lewis on second, and Ryder Hancock with the base hit is on first base. So Camden Plew, Mr. Green Jacket, now stepping up to bat. And he's got himself in a pretty good situation here. Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the first. And the Dawgs are going to have a quick talk on the mound. We'll be right back. And we're back. Benito Bonilla still on the bump for the Dawgs. And this one is low for ball 1. Some good defensive work there by the catcher, Anderson, or Louis Felix Anderson. So both catchers have the last name Anderson today. This ball is grounded by Plew hard over to third. The play is made at home, but Camden Plew will reach first safely. So a fielder's choice there for Camden Plew. Dante Turgeon is out at home on the force, and there's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first. Bases are still loaded for Ethan Hatch. A timely hit here for the Yotes could prove very successful in the long term. You know, a lot of these games that the Yotes have been dropping have been by very small margins, normally just 1 run. And Benito Bonilla in there with the curveball for a strike. Good pitch there. Ethan Hatch couldn't really do anything but spit on it. Bonita deals inside for a ball. Good eye by Ethan Hatch, and that one got away from Louis Felix Anderson, but not far enough for Tate to try and make his way home. The pitch grounded over to second base, fielded cleanly, and flipped to second. So the Okotoks Dawgs are able to escape this one. Bases loaded situation with 1 out, and they only let up 1 run. So Patrick Morris headed back to the mound for the Yotes as we head into the top of the second. Yotes leading 1 to the Okotoks Dawgs 0. So back to work goes Patrick Morris. Stepping up to bat for the Okotoks Dawgs is number 6. Took a healthy hack there. That's Mac Galvin. Not committed anywhere. Outfielder for the Dawgs as Patrick Morris looks to deal. Strike 2. This one's fouled off. So we go to 0-2 very quickly. Patrick Morris locked in today, wasting no time. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high. Just too high to draw a swing from Galvin, but not a bad idea there.
0-2, you do not want to throw something too juicy.
Absolutely. 1-2 is fouled back.
Good battle here by Galvin.
Something that we've been seeing a lot of lately. Seems like the Yote pitchers
could be losing their edge.
I wouldn't say losing their edge, but I mean, man,
yeah,
our schedule is not easy, and these everyone that we play is fighting tooth and nail to try and pull out the victory.
Yeah, and they're playing good competition consistently, so you see them getting good looks from pitchers. Something the Coyotes started off the year extremely strong with was their strikeout to walk ratio. It was like something for every 9 strikeouts, we would have 1 walk, or even more than that in terms of strikeouts. And that slowly slowed down throughout the course of the year, and that's just something that comes natural when pitchers get more tired. They lose weight throughout the season, etc.
Yeah.
So we really got to keep our pitchers in shape and just make sure that they're staying on top of their bodies in order to, because there's still like 6 weeks left to go, isn't there, Perry?
Yeah, we've got quite a while left in this season. A lot of baseball left to play, so the Yote pitchers are going to have to tough it out, really. Patrick Morris, though, Deal strike 3, high fastball, draws the swing from Galvin. He tried it earlier, didn't draw the swing, but that time he got the bite he was looking for. So 1 out here in the top of the second. Patrick Morris in top shape. And up to bat walks number 16 for the Okotoks Dawgs, Declan Spooner. Committed to St. John's University. Fouls this one back. So 0-1 is the count. Yeah, Patrick Morris, you talked about walk to strikeout ratio. Patrick Morris only has 5 walks on the season.
That's impressive.
Yeah, quite impressive. That one just inside. Fastball, ooh. Barely misses, yeah, good miss. Barely misses the high and outside corner. So 2-1 now the count. Patrick Morris deals. This one skied into shallow left, and tracking in is Porter Pittman. He makes the grab. Almost a little bit of a miscommunication there by Camden Plew and Porter Pittman, but they figured it out. And that's all that matters. So up to bat walks number 3 for the Okotoks Dawgs. And that's Brandon Paez, the third baseman, committed to the University of Utah.
Impressive.
Quite impressive. So D1 guy has Pimo deals strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Pimo is a guy that should be D1 pretty soon.
Absolutely.
Fastball high. Backs Paez off the plate.
Good pitch there from Pimo.
Yeah.
Paints the corner. Paez doesn't agree, but I think us up here in the booth from where we're sitting, that looked like a strike.
Yeah, Paez maybe arguing that it was a little high, but Pimo, when you're dominant like Pimo has been today, the umpire might expand the zone an inch or two if you show that consistency. So Pimo misses outside on the slider there. Deals the payoff pitch. Fastball down the middle, right by Paez. So Patrick Morris off to quite the smooth start today for the Coyotes, holding the Dawgs to none as we head into the bottom of the second. Coyotes looking to extend the lead. Coyotes 1, Dawgs 0. Here in the bottom of the second, new pitcher for the Dawgs It's Trey Knott on the bump. And he deals ball 1 there to Porter Pittman.
That came from out of state. I remember that.
So yeah, Porter Pittman stepping in the box, a sophomore for Chandler-Gilbert. He's done some time at the D1 level as well, Perry, and for New Mexico State, and he's looking to have a day here against the Okotoks, who he knows is some good competition. He knows the arms that he's going to be facing today are pretty good, and I'm sure he's excited to add to a couple of his multi-hit days that he's had before. And just like that, Porter Pittman drills a ball down the left field line. He's going to have an easy stand-up double. See the little celebration there. Yeah, Porter Pittman continues to keep the bats hot for the Coyotes. We've seen some loud barrels today so far. A lot of balls reaching the outfield. That one was screaming past the third baseman off the bat of Porter Pittman. And now into the box, Eric Anderson.
Not deals. This one is bounced. So some good defensive work there from Anderson. And Anderson's in the box as well, as you said.
Interesting.
Interesting. Anderson on Anderson violence here. Not deals. Took something off that one, and it couldn't find the plate just outside for ball 2.
Eric looking calm in the box, waits for the pitch.
This one is skied towards the left side. This one's going to be way out of play over the Coyote dugout. So Eric Anderson looking to keep the bats moving for the Coyotes here in the bottom of the second. No outs. Porter Pittman had that leadoff double. Nice grounder down the line. And Eric Anderson, the task is now on him to keep the Coyotes moving. Not deals. Anderson skies this one towards the left side. Going to be out of play. And Eric Anderson seems to be on it. Just needs to find the middle of the field now.
Eric with a 2-strike approach here. He's going to take a ball outside.
So that'll bring us to a full count here in the bottom of the second. Eric Anderson against Trey Knott. Anderson awaiting the 3-2 pitch, and he's not going to make connection with that one. So he goes down swinging to Knott, and that'll bring up Jamison Armstrong. We got one out here in the bottom of the second. Porter Pittman still waiting on second base, and J-Mo makes things happen, man.
Oh yeah, J-Mo's one of the toolsiest guys I think I've ever played with, and
Yeah.
he gets the job done when he steps in the box. He gets it done on the field as well.
As Porter's back picked at second, he's going to be in there safely. Smooth move there from Mr. Knott on the bump.
Yeah, Knott really has a good way of
This one is flared towards the left side, tracking as a shortstop, and he's not going to make the grab, but it's going to fall foul. Just barely.
That looked awfully close.
Yeah, real close.
I think I saw chalk, but there we go.
No
So
bias here in the Chandler-Gilbert Broadcasting Network
never.
sports booth. So Eric Machage, the shortstop, almost made that play. Committed to Illinois State University, and we can tell why. He showed off incredible range there.
I have some friends at Illinois State.
J-Mo pulls back, but some confusion. Oh, yep. So that ball hit Jamison Armstrong. Porter Pittman took off, and he was going to be safe at third, but he's going to have to make his way back to second because of the dead ball.
J-Mo taking one for the team there, getting on base.
Yep.
Some we see him do, it's like he finds a way, no matter how.
Makes things happen, man.
Absolutely.
Makes things happen. So Porter Pittman on second, J-Mo on first, and Matthew D'Amato, the man at the dish. Matthew squaring bunt, pulls back, but that's in there for strike one. Good pitch from Trey Knott.
Yeah, you want to pull back when you think it's a ball. And D'Amato thought that one was. Turned out it was good curveball that caught the inside part of the plate. Was able to brush D'Amato back.
Anderson just called time right there and laid out a play for the Okotoks Dawgs defense. Corners are in. D'Amato on the swing, falls to 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the second.
There we go, 2 strikes on D'Amato. Backdoor slider wasn't enough. That's going to bring the count to 1-2 for Knott. A lot of Okotoks fans here in attendance today on this Monday morning.
Yeah, beautiful day. Can't blame them for coming out. Not enough Chandler-Gilbert fans, though, man. To those watching,
hopefully you're tuning into the live stream.
Yes, for those watching,
Always watching.
we appreciate you.
Always watching from Monsters, Inc.
Matthew D'Amato at the dish. Gonna call time there. Trey Knott was taking his sweet time on the rubber.
Must not be familiar with the new pitch clock
No,
up in Canada. You
No.
know?
they don't have that north of the border, bud.
Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing it in like the World Baseball Classic that's going on right now.
No. So 3-2 the count.
Nate up here
Here.
messing with the equipment.
3-2. The pitch on the way. Runners take off, and that ball is in the lefty batter's box. Trey Knott yanked that one a little bit. So Matthew D'Amato going to make his way down to first base, and Dante Turgeon coming up in a big spot here. Bases loaded in the bottom of the second. One out. And facing a pitcher who has been struggling with location a little bit. The struggle continues for Knott as this one's in a similar place as last time. Yanked that fastball into the left-handed batter's box for ball one.
This is a crucial at-bat for Knott, who found some trouble.
This one's in there for a strike. Lower inside part of the plate, so 1-1 is the count. The pitch fouled straight back.
Dante, extremely hungry in the box. You know his eyes light up more seeing a bases full of runners more than a hanging curveball. Like,
Yeah.
he goes up there. He's always RBI hungry.
Yeah.
One of the leaders in the conference as well in RBIs.
The
as well as
1-2
home runs.
pitch is grounded
it
through the
is.
5-6 hole. Dante Turgeon finding a way to produce again. And J-Mo with some heads-up base running is going to come around third base and score. Looked like the left fielder for the Dawgs, Tyler Hummel, didn't really get that one in all that quick. Kind of took his time a little bit. J-Mo picked up on that and found his way back into the Yodi dugout. So 2 runs there for Dante Turgeon on the RBI single. And the Yodis extend the lead, now 3 to the Okotoks Dawgs, 0. And up to bat is Tate Lewis.
What's nice about that hit there was we scored 2 runs on that play where you're not usually going to get that.
Ooh. And both runners took off. The throw was errant to third base, way over his head. And Matthew D'Amato is going to come in and score on the wild throw. So the Yodis extend it now 4 to the Dawgs, 0. And the Dawgs are going to look into the pen here. Looks like Knott's day might be over. We'll be right back after this quick break. So we go back to action. Trey Knott still on the bump for the Dawgs. And it's Tank Lewis up to bat. Trey steps off. Gives Dante a look at second base. So 1 runner on here for the Yodis. It's the man with the 2 RBI single, Dante Turgeon, standing on second. And this one is high and inside for a ball from Trey Knott. Ooh, Tate kind of takes a half swing, dribbles this one up the middle. The shortstop makes the play. Eric Maches throws it over to first, retires Tate Lewis, but Dante finds his way over to third base. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. And up to bat comes Mr. Hancock, Canada's finest.
Canada's finest. Yeah, he's getting to play against some of his former teammates as well as some new faces that he hasn't seen before. Ooh.
And he lifts this one to right field. Hard hit ball, but it's directly to the right fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. Good piece there from Ryder Hancock. But the Okotoks Dawgs escape that inning. They let up 3. Coyotes 4 to the Okotoks Dawgs 0 as Patrick Morris, the dominant lefty, makes his way back out to the bump. Yeah. Is he starting?
Yeah.
So Daniel Hutchison going to take the start for Game 2 today. We'll be back here at the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Field at 6 o'clock. Patrick Morris, though, the man of the hour, deals that one inside for a ball, so 2-1 is the count. Patrick Morris is all business here today. The 2-1 is fastball high. And up to bat for the Okotoks Dawgs is the catcher, Louis Felix Anderson, committed to Howard College. Bats lefty, fields righty, and takes a hack at that outside fastball from Patrick Morris. That'll bring us to a 3-2 count here. We're all full. Pimo deals and wow.
Into the dugout of the Coyotes.
Fouled hard.
Hopefully no one got hurt. Looks like everyone was able to react in time. That was
There are some looks back
scary.
though. Wow. Looks like that one bounced off the chest of Mike Campbell. I'm just kidding. That one chopped the bat off of Louis Felix Anderson. So a great pitch by Patrick Morris, saws him off completely, breaks the bat. But sometimes that's just how the game goes, as that ball rolled into no man's land and Anderson finds himself on first base.
Now stepping into the box, number 11 for the Okotoks. That's going to be Tyler Hummel.
Hummel is the left fielder today for the Dawgs, and Patrick in there for strike one, wasting no time getting back to business. No outs here in the top of the third. Runner on first, and slider kind of came out wrong from Pimo's hand, just was a gyro ball and never broke back over the plate, stayed inside, and Hummel wore that one off the back a little bit. So he'll make his way over to first. No outs here in the top of the third. Runners on first and second for the Dawgs, and stepping up to bat is number 5, Eric Hartman. And Nate Ortiz here in the broadcasting booth with us just received a paper cut courtesy of me. So this ball popped into center. Coming in is Matthew D'Amato. That ball's going to drop in front of him, but he's going to get the out at second.
So now we have runners at first and third.
Yeah, first and third, one out here in the top of the third. And I don't know if Matthew misjudged that or just did that on purpose. Maybe thought he had enough time to try and get a double play or something, but it looked like he had enough time to get underneath that one. Nevertheless, we go back to action with number 2 in the box, Landon Kaufman for the Okotoks Dawgs. Patrick Morris looking to work out of trouble. Runners on first and third, one out. The 0-1 pitch fouled back over the Okotoks Dawgs dugout. So we go to 0-2 very quickly. Pimo looking to help himself out here.
A strikeout is big.
Huge. The 0-2 fouled.
Just
barely.
Yeah.
Eric Anderson set up way outside, and Patrick hit a spot. But Kaufman able to touch it with the end of the bat. So we go to 0-2 again. The pitch, fastball high and away. Not where Pimo wanted it in the 0-2 count, but I would say better than leaving it right down the middle. 1-2. The pitch in there for strike 3, and a back pick from Eric Anderson over to first will get the Coyotes out of the inning. So Eric Anderson, strike him out, throw him out, caught Eric Hartman sleeping over at first base. And just like that, the Coyotes escape danger in the top of the third. The Dawgs posted none that inning, so the Coyotes still lead 4 to the Dawgs, nothing, as we head into the bottom of the third. So back to work we go here into the bottom of the third. And Camden Blue lines this one hard down the third base line. And
wish we had an exit velo gun right now.
Yeah.
Dang, that was screaming.
Yeah, Blue got a good piece of that one, turned all the way in on it. Still Trey Knott on the bump for the Okotoks Dawgs. And that bender is in there for strike 2.
So Camden, not Cameron. Apologies for last game. Had it wrong all game. But Camden, who's Mr. Green Jacket, as Perry likes to call him. I like that for him.
Mr. Green Jacket.
Yeah. Former #1 hitter last year you know, for the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And this year he's really been making a statement consistently. He's hit the long ball. He's had multiple extra base hits. And he, too, likes to show off the athleticism on the base paths. Oh,
so
my.
Camden Blue turns in on this one again and lifts it over the wall, but foul. So a little bit of a foul nuke.
Just trying to straighten it out
from
right
Camden
here.
Blue, yeah. Seems to be all over Trey Knott right here, but he's in an 0-2 count. Trey Knott deals the 0-2 fastball way high and way inside. I'm sorry, 2-2, 3-2 the count. That's what the umpire's signaling. The pitch grounded to the shortstop, fielded cleanly. The throw is in time. So Eric Machej, the shortstop of the Dawgs, making another play here in the bottom of the third. So Camden Blue will go down first out of the frame. And up to bat now, Ethan Hatch. And that one is in there for strike 1. Oh and 1 is the count. The pitch swung at and missed by Ethan Hatch. Looked like Trey Knott took a little off there. So 0-2 is the count. the Dawgs are getting their pen moving around a little bit as the 0-2 is inside on Ethan Hatch.
I think they're going to try and work through a good amount of pitchers today. Hopefully they can limit the damage that the Coyotes have already started. Coming off of our losing streak, we're really trying to put up some good hits, especially in a game like this. It isn't a conference game. We're trying to get our footing back in order to really come back strong on the back half of the season and make it to Eden. Or Enid?
Enid, yeah.
Enid, that's what it is, yeah.
Of course, Enid is the ultimate goal for this Yodi team as Ethan Hatch pops this one over to the first baseman. That's number 16, Declan Spooner, making the grab. So he'll go down for the second out of the inning, and it looks like Trey Knott, speaking of finding footing, has found a groove here on the bump. Recorded 2 clean outs in a row against the Yotes, and that'll bring up Porter Pittman, the trusty sophomore. That one is in there for a strike. Trey Knott spotting up here.
With a good spot.
Yeah, spotting up here. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball high for a ball. Good eye from Porter Pittman.
Pitty's had a hit already in this game, and he's looking to add to that as he has a couple multi-hit games on the season. He likes to get going early in the games and keep it that way. When he comes up, he's got a good approach always, solid gap-to-gap approach. That's why you've seen the multiple extra base hits from him on the year. A good eye here as well, as he leaves that ball from not in the dirt.
So that'll take us to, I believe, a 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Porter Pittman trying to get something going for the Yotes, and
A good
he's gonna
take
walk.
there from Porter.
Oh, he's gonna watch ball 3 right there from Trey Knott. That one didn't miss by too much.
Some Okotoks fans showing their disapproval of that call.
Yep. The 3-2 pitch skied by Porter Pittman into shallow center field. Tracking back is the shortstop, Eric Machej, making the grab for the third out of the inning. So Trey Knott coming out in the bottom of the third, making a bit of a statement, posting a 0 against the Yotes. 1-2-3 inning for him. But the Yotes still lead 4 to the Dawgs 0 as Patrick Morris makes his way on to the rubber.
Pimo atop the hill once again. And here he is.
Deals the 0-0 for strike 1. Fastball down the heart of the plate. Up to bat is Eric Machej, the shortstop, who just made the last play. That one is bounced, and some good defensive work as per usual from Eric Anderson. That's the thing about Eric, man. No runners on. He's still working on his craft back there,
Oh, yeah.
blocking everything.
Consistency is key for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And speaking about consistency, Pimo consistently in the strike zone today. Blisters the inside part of the plate for strike 2 right there. And the 1-2 is fouled to the right side by Eric Machej. That one is inside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled down the third base side. Machej not going down without a fight here in the top of the 4th. And Pimo not going to let Machej slip away. The 2-2 pitch. Slider once again stays away from the plate from Pimo. Looks like he's having some trouble with that slider today. It has a very gyro cement mixer look to it. And the fastball is fouled off by Machej. Yeah, it looks like Pimo, the arm is just a little bit late, not giving himself a chance to really get over and out in front with that slider, is leaving it backing up on him. So that's definitely an adjustment for him to look to make. And this ball is skied to center field, tracking back Matthew D'Amato. And he's there for the first out of the inning. Pimo, with a good battle there against Machej, gets the better of him in the top of the 4th. So up to bat is the 4-hole and the starting pitcher today, Benito Bonilla. Bonilla only went an inning before coming out of the game on the bump, but he's staying in the lineup to hit as he skies this one foul over the Dawgs dugout. 0-1 is the count.
Oh, 0-1. So Pimo doing a good job of starting hitters off today with strikes. He's able to get ahead. He's able to work those off-speed pitches. Hopefully throw more for strikes than he has been. But a lot of baseball to be played, and Pimo can still make an adjustment. Oof. There it is. He's going to have a hit batter. Oh, looks like it's on a swing, and it hit the knob.
Wow. So maybe not that it hit the knob, but that he started to swing, or I'm not too sure. It didn't look like he went around. So maybe it was off the knob. Nevertheless, Bonilla is back in the box. 1-2 count. Pimo, leg lift deal. This ball is grounded over to Camden Pluis, shortstop Plu, making the play cleanly, throwing the ball over, and the throw is in time. So the Dawgs not going to be too happy with that one. Could have had a runner on first base, but instead they have nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. So some luck there in the Coyotes' favor as number 6, Mac Galvin, makes his way to the dish. The 0-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Patrick Morris, man oh man. He has been able to work inside and out all day with that fastball and changeup combo. He's just missing the slider. Once again, blisters the outside part of the plate. Quickly, Matt Galvin falls behind 0-2. Pimo, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball right by Matt Galvin. The high cheese strikes again for Patrick Morris. So Pimo, the quick 1-2-3 inning, and the Okotoks Dawgs looking to put another hold on the Coyotes offense as we head in to the bottom of the 4th. Coyotes 4, Okotoks Dawgs 0. In to the bottom of the fourth we go. Eric Anderson dribbles this one over to third base, and the third baseman, Brandon Paez, slips on the grass. So Eric Anderson reached first base safely. Coming in to relieve him on the base path is Dev the Demon de Vera. And up to bat now, Jamison Armstrong. But there's a new pitcher on the bump for the Okotoks Dawgs. And this one is skied towards the right side. Jamison Armstrong got a good piece of that one. But the right fielder is there to make the grab for the first out of the inning. So number 28, Jimmy Dione, is the pitcher on the bump for the Dawgs, committed to Howard College. The big lefty coming in at 6'4", 220. The Dawgs have no shortage of size on the bump, and Devin De Vera is picked off at first. A good move from Jimmy Dione will catch Devin slacking over at first base. So that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the fourth. Up to bat still is Matthew D'Amato. D'Amato had a base knock to start this game off in the first. Nice hard hit dribbler over the third baseman's head. And Jimmy Dione looking to stifle the offense of the Coyotes here. This one is fouled straight back. Gonna go right over the broadcasting booth. Nate Ortiz was thinking about taking a dive off the stands for that one, but he decided to stay safe here today. So Jimmy Dione misses low and in with that one. 2-1 is the count here against Mr. D'Amato. Sal.
Yeah, playing his first game in center field today. It's a new look for D'Amato, who we usually see out there in left. And we know D'Amato, he's one of those outfielders that has a cannon. So he's one of the toolsy players on this in the Coyote lineup here today, as he rips a foul ball there down the left field side. So D'Amato, with 2 strikes on him, you can see that he's still an aggressive hitter. He's not going to try and leave it up to the umpire here. He's looking to get on board, get something going for the Coyotes again, even here with 2 outs in this inning. Up and in. Not a good enough pitch to make D'Amato chase. That's going to get him on base and into the box. Perry, do the honors.
Mr. Magic Stick makes his way up to the plate.
Yeah, so Dante, a big frame against a big lefty here. Righties tend to see the ball better against left-handed pitchers.
Dione picks back to first there. D'Amato in safely. And yeah, 2 big guys facing off here on the Chandler-Gilbert baseball field. Dante Turgeon, who has been the biggest producer so far for the Coyotes this season, looking to continue that streak. That pitch is in there for a strike, outside part of the plate. Dione taking his time on the rubber. Gets his sign, comes set. Looking back to D'Amato and dealing. That bender is going to be inside. So 2-1 now the count. And Dante Turgeon looking to deal some massive damage. Matthew D'Amato doing his best job of throwing Dione off. He's dancing around over at first, and Jimmy picks off there, trying to keep him honest.
That's not a bad idea, especially with 2 outs. You know, you want to kind of rattle the pitcher a little bit, throw him off his game.
Yeah. No,
Help
absolutely.
out your hitter any way you can.
Absolutely.
There's another pick. So you can see he's thinking about him.
Which is exactly what D'Amato wants.
D'Amato just wreaking havoc at first base.
This one, dribble to the third baseman, fielded cleanly. The throw is in time. It bounced, and the first baseman made a nice pick on it. So the Coyotes unable to score here in the bottom of the 4th. We're still, Patrick Moore is still taking the bump for the Coyotes. He's having a fantastic outing. The Coyotes still lead 4 to the Okotoks Dawgs, nothing. Back to action we go here in the top of the 5th. Up to bat for the Okotoks Dawgs is number 6, Mac Galvin, and Pimo deals a high fastball there yet again. This time Mac Galvin swings. The first time he didn't, so 1-1 is the count. Pimo, the 1-1 is once again the slider that is just not bending today for Pimo. He can't seem to get out in front of that pitch. It's been consistently backing up on him, and that'll be his 3rd hit by pitch of the day.
You don't want to walk the first hitter in an inning, and especially you don't want to hit him.
Yeah, no. But Pimo right back to work with that fastball. Gets the swing and miss from number 3, Brandon Paez, the 3rd baseman.
Double play
today for the Dawgs. Yes, double play is in order. Good miss there from Pimo.
Yeah.
High and outside with the fastball.
Eric Anderson still doing a good job of receiving.
Yep.
Didn't quite get the call, but you could see, as another catcher, I can tell that he's doing a good job right now.
This one dribbled foul down the first base line. Dante Turgeon couldn't quite get a glove on it. Didn't matter though, it was foul. And so yeah, Patrick Morris doing very well today, even though he doesn't have his full arsenal. Something that's great to see from your starter, you know, when they're just a raw competitor like Patrick is. It's definitely a good look for recruiting schools. I mean, who wouldn't want a guy like this to play for him? Someone that can come out on a day where they don't have their best stuff. I mean, Pimo really hasn't thrown the slider much for a strike at all today. And he's still dominating this Okotoks offense.
Ooh,
right there,
fools.
you see some more domination from Pimo, as that one was right down the heart of the plate, and Brandon Paez froze up for the looking K.
That's something that's always fun for a pitcher to do, is when you can fool a hitter with 2 strikes, because that's when hitters are still aggressive, but they're a lot more like
defensive, man. Looking
exactly.
to defend the plate. So up to bat now for the Dawgs is the catcher, Louis Felix Anderson. That one's in there for a strike. Pimo picks off back to first. Runners back safely. That's number 16, Declan Spooner, over at first. And this one is lifted right to the shortstop, Camden Plew, for the infield fly. And just like that, Pimo has himself 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Up to bat now for the Okotoks Dawgs is number 11, Tyler Hummel, so the left fielder for the Dawgs. And Patrick Morris, I mean, what a performance he's having here today. This one dribbled up the middle. J-Mo coming in, making the slick play as always, and recording the 3rd out of the inning. So just like that, Patrick Morris hit a batter there and escaped without even having to move over a base. So, I mean, that just goes to show how dominant he is today, as he has held the Okotoks Dawgs to a goose egg.
Through 5.
Through 5. And the Coyotes looking to come up to bat here and extend the lead. They're up 4 to the Okotoks Dawgs, nothing. Back to work, the Yotes go. And Jimmy Dione still on the bump for the Dawgs. Up to bat, Tate, the Tank, Lewis. That fastball is high. For ball 1. Good spot there by Jimmy Dione. Blistered the outside part of the plate for the first strike of the at-bat, so that'll bring us to 2-1 now.
Wow. 2.
Spotted up yet again from Jimmy Dione.
Yeah, 2 spotted pitches right there.
Yeah,
back to back.
Doubled up.
And then he shakes off his catcher there, knowing what he wants to throw here.
Left this one high, though, and Tate Lewis
Ooh.
gets a base hit out of that one. The left fielder, Tyler Hummel, laid out, but it looks like it hit the ground just before it hit his glove. So Tate Lewis lifts one into no man's land, makes his way to first base on the base knock, and up to bat now, Canada's finest, Bod. It's number 16, Ryder Hancock. Ryder skies this one into shallow center field. Coming in is Matt Galvin, and he makes the grab. Sorry, that's Landon Kaufman out there in center field. Matt Galvin is in right. So yeah, Ryder Hancock skied that one missed it, got underneath it, and he'll go down for the first out of the inning. But that'll bring up Mr. Green Jacket.
Oh, look,
Camden
there's a
Blue.
spider right on my court. Get out of here.
So a spider has made its way into the broadcasting booth. Mr. Spider, what do you got to say for yourself? All right. Mr. Spider, thanks for joining us today.
I love it.
We're having a great time today, man.
Absolutely.
Great time.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Skied again, Camden Blue. And the first baseman, number 16, makes the grab. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Tate Lewis led off this one with a single into left field, but he's been stranded at first base. Last two batters in a row, Hancock and Plew, have popped out. Up to bat now is Ethan Hatch. The 0-0 pitch is low for ball one.
Good take there from Hatch.
Yep.
Not where he wanted to see a pitch there. I'm sure he's looking for something elevated in the zone. Hopefully not an off-speed, sitting fastball.
Dione picks back to first.
Tate, who is another one of the catchers for the Coyotes, his bat
Yes.
finds him in the way, finds him into the lineup
Mm-hmm.
a good amount. I'm sure he's not really gonna steal here, being the catchers don't really run for themselves.
Yeah.
And yellow runner.
Yellow runner. So Tate Lewis, maybe not the quickest guy on the base path, but that bat of his has earned him playing time for sure. Ethan Hatch up to bat. Watches this one. Fastball high and away.
Nearly a pickoff attempt there. They're worried about the wheels on Tate the Tank.
Yeah, so Felix Anderson looked back to first and saw Tate was probably about 3 inches from the bag and decided to hold
Pump
on to
fake.
it, pump fake it. High and outside yet again for Jimmy Dione.
Dione struggling to find the zone.
A little bit here. Seems like his arm is
After getting two
A little
quick
bit
outs
behind him.
after that first hit.
mm-hmm.
It could have been 3 with that diving attempt out there.
Yeah.
But Tate, able to just hit a ball hard. It gets down.
So ball 4, Ethan Hatch will make his way down to first base, and Jimmy Dione has missed high with the fastball 3 pitches in a row. He needs to make a quick adjustment if he wants to get back to holding down this Yodi offense. But Porter Pittman is looking to break that hold and crack this one open yet again. He's got runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ooh.
The 0-0 pitch is screamed down the third base line, foul on the ground. So Porter Pittman right on top of Jimmy Stuff here. And looking to put the Yotes back in the driver's seat. I mean, I would say the Yotes haven't left the driver's seat, really.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. We have gotten a big hit from Dante Turgeon earlier.
Yeah.
And now Porter looking to add to his hit that he already had in this game. Looking for another. This one coming with an RBI. Small little reward for 2 hits. Let's see what Porter's able to cook up for us here.
Skies, this one way high
ball went
and
far.
way out of play. That ball cleared the lights by
That hit the restroom, bro. That's a long way.
cleared the lights by probably 20 or 30 feet.
Oh, wow. Porter.
Wow, Porter
Let's
Pittman
straighten that one out a little bit. Take a trot around the
has
base
some
paths.
power in the bat, and oof,
Oh,
Jimmy
Little
buzzes him up and in.
A little mad that Porter hit a ball as far as he did the pitch before. That one came inside. Porter able to duck out of the way. 2 strikes still on him. He's all over Dione in this at-bat. Dione shaking off. Knows what he wants to throw here. Did he box? That's going to move
Wow.
the runners a little bit closer.
Yeah, so the balk there from Dione will send Tate to third and Ethan Hatch over to second, making Porter's job just that much easier.
The situation looks a whole lot better when those runners are in scoring position still, but the force out is only at first.
The 2-2 pitch is high from Jimmy Dione, so 3-2 is now the count. 3-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Porter Pittman looking to add to Yotes' 4-run lead. The full count pitch is grounded through the right side. A beautiful piece of hitting by Porter Pittman, and Ethan Hatch tried to sneak one by, but the Okotoks Dawgs were all over that one, and they gunned him out at home. So 1 run will come across for Porter Pittman. Picks up an RBI single there here in the bottom of the fifth. The Yotes extend the lead, now 5 to the Okotoks Dawgs, 0. So here we go, back in the top of the sixth. Patrick Morris leads off the inning with a hit by pitch of number 5, Eric Hartman.
That's 2 innings in a row.
So that's the 4th hit by pitch of the game for Pimo here today. And
wow,
not ideal. Definitely don't want to start off an inning with a 1-pitch hit by pitch, but Pimo has proven that with his dominance today, 1 runner isn't the end of the world. This ball lifted into right field, well hit by number 2, Landon Kaufman, the center fielder.
Ryder doing a good job getting that in quickly.
Yeah.
Keeping that runner away from third base in order to keep a force out there at third. Yeah, that was a good job by Ryder, because a lot of aggressive runners and aggressive teams, I know the Yotes, for one, we try to take extra bases any chance we can get.
Mm-hmm. So up to bat now is the shortstop, Eric Machev, and in 2 pitches, Pimo has 2 base runners on first and second. That one is in there for a strike. So no outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners on first and second. Pimo looking to get back into that dominant groove. Picks off his second and not in time. Very close play, but looks like Eric Hartman was able to get back in time. So that last hit by pitch was on a fastball, which is unlike the previous 2. I believe the first one was a fastball, though. So that ball grounded over to Plew at short, fielded cleanly, flipped to Jamo, and yes, the double play is turned. So Pimo helping himself out there, getting a ground ball. Camden Plew and Jamo making it happen.
You see Jamo giving props to Dante.
Yeah, some props to Dante on that play over at first. Made the pick and made the tag as well. Some good defensive work. And just like that, Pimo has 2 outs in the top of the 6th with a runner on third. Up to bat is the 4-hole Benito Bonilla, committed to Oregon State University. Fouls this one off. And Pimo deals outside. That one maybe looked like the slider yet again. Can't seem to get out in front of that one. So 2-1 the count now. Fastball high and away. Looks like Pimo is leaving the arm back a little bit here on these last 2 pitches. Both of them, his arm has been late and the ball has gone away. Tries to dial it in there, but just barely doesn't. That fastball misses on the outside part of the plate, and Benito Bonilla will make his way down to first. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners on first and third. Up to bat, the right fielder, Mac Galvin, and Patrick Morris trying to work himself out of trouble. He's done a pretty good job at it so far. The 0-0 pitch, fastball high for ball 1. So yeah, Pimo has had 4 hit by pitches so far today.
Still,
I know for
no runs
yeah,
on the board.
no. Well, don't jinx us now, Fury.
How's that? I don't think that's much like, okay.
Well, let him work out of it first, and then we can talk about that.
I'm saying,
But anyways,
still,
yeah.
no runs
No,
so
you're
far.
Fury is correct. No runs have come across for Pimo, even though he has had 4 hit by pitches. I know at least 2 of them were on the slider. I'm not too sure about the first one, but
Good pitch there from Pimo.
yeah,
Battling.
good pitch. But yeah, anytime you have 4 hit by pitches, the only way that you can neutralize the offense is not allowing any other free runners. So this ball grounded over third by Matt Galvin, and the play is made over at second. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Pimo escapes unscathed after letting on 2 base runners in 2 pitches. Found his groove of dominance and holds the Okotoks Dawgs to another 0. Coyotes heading into the bottom of the 6th are leading 5-0. Into bottom of the 6th we go. Eric Anderson up to bat, and new pitcher on the bump for the Okotoks Dawgs as he deals strike 1 there. It's William Labonte. That bender is low for a ball, so number 14, William Labonte, coming in at 6 foot 165, the smallest pitcher that we've seen today from either side. And the fastball misses high and away that time for William. So 2-1 is the count.
Eric, who's reached base once before today. looking to do the same as he.
Yes, will reach
Yes.
base.
There it is.
Very hard hit ball off the glove of the second baseman, Eric Hartman. And
Switching places with Eric, Devin, the Demon DeVera, who was picked off actually his last time by the crafty lefty pitcher for the Okotoks. And Devin looking to redeem himself on the base pass, I'm sure.
yeah, that was Jimmy Dione who picked off Dev last time. The lefty has a good move for sure. Up to bat, J-Mo flashes, bunt, pulls back in time, ball one. And it looks like there's some twins on this team. As I'm looking through this roster sheet, Jimmy Dione and Alex Dione.
Are they the same year?
Seems 2023.
Like
Both
it.
committed to Howard College. And they're both pitchers as well. J-Mo bunts this one over to first, and Dev will be out at second. A good play by the first baseman there, number 16, Declan Spooner, able to record the lead runner out. And, J-Mo is out as well.
Confused. I am confused.
I don't.
Oh, they're saying Devin
man.
didn't slide. So Nate Ortiz with the
Some
expert.
heads up. Appreciate that, Nate. Sorry about giving you that paper cut earlier.
Maybe it
so-
locked him in.
Yeah, so a little double play there for the Okotoks Dawgs. Devin DeVera didn't slide coming into second, so runner's interference is called by the field umpire, and J-Mo was called out at first base as well. So that'll bring up Matthew D'Amato with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and Labonte is working with pace.
Just missing the zone on those last 2 pitches. So you can tell D'Amato
Yeah, 2
has
and
a
1.
good eye here.
Mhm.
Yep.
2 and 1 already for William Labonte, and he's in there for strike 2.
All around the zone. He looks like he's in a groove. He's ready to get or to bring his offense back up so they can hopefully put some runs on the board. But D'Amato looking to stop that here. Ooh, hard hack. Fouls it straight back.
That rhymed. Curious.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm a dude. No. Letting loose. No.
Oh, man. Andrew Fury letting it rip up here in the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network broadcasting booth. Thank you to those joining us around the world. Hopefully we can provide you with some entertainment here today as we watch the Coyotes take on the Okotoks Dawgs. The 2-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Beautifully placed slider. Just snagged the outside part of the plate for William Labonte. And he posts a 1-2-3 inning. Holds the Coyotes to 0 as we head into the top of the 7th. Coyotes still leading 5 to the Okotoks Dawgs. Nothing. So a quick hello from the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network broadcasting team as we head into this 7th inning. Good to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Here we are. It's the 7th inning it is. And Pimo still atop of the hill. He's throwing to the heart of the Okotoks order. Number 16 up to bat.
So, Jameson Armstrong was ruled out on the bunt.
And it looks like we have a bunch of Okotoks members in attendance trying to get the game changer straightened out, I'm sure. And a hard hack from number 16. And that is going to be, I don't know. All right, Pimo still pitching here. 2 strikes on him. Oh my. So that there is going to be the 5th recorded hit batter of the game. Pimo frustrated with himself. Seems like they come at the start of innings, and Pimo does his best to work his way out of trouble. And we're looking for Pimo to do that again here. He has no outs recorded in this inning. A double play could be in effect.
So up to bat now, number 3 for the Okotoks Dawgs. That'll be Brandon Paez, the 3rd baseman.
Oh, Paez swings through a good changeup there from the sophomore Pimo. And there we go.
Skies this one out of play towards the first base side. Dante Turgeon giving chase, but there was a fence in the way, unfortunately. So Brandon Paez up to bat for the Dawgs.
Paez struck out his last time up. Ooh.
Takes a healthy hack.
There's going to be another.
Yeah.
Pimo getting the best of him twice in this game.
So Paez goes down swinging, and that'll bring up number 8. The catcher, Louis Felix Anderson. Another guy on this Dawgs roster committed to Howard College. He skies this one into right field. Tracking is Ryder Hancock, and he makes the grab. Our trusty Canadian right fielder records the 2nd out of the inning, and just like that, Patrick Morris hit the leadoff guy again and has 2 outs quickly. So Patrick Morris playing the game how he wants to today. And this ball grounded over to Camden Plew. Plew on the run, makes the throw. Beautiful play by Camden Plew. Records the 3rd out of the 7th, and the Okotoks Dawgs will take the field in the bottom of the 7th. Coyotes still leading 5-0. Into the bottom of the 7th we go. Dante Turgeon, Mr. Magic Stick, up to bat for the Coyotes. First pitch, grounded through the 5-6 hole. Dante Turgeon has got himself another hit. William Labonte still on the bump for the Okotoks Dawgs. Left that one just too much over the plate, and Turgeon capitalized with the leadoff base knock. So that'll bring up Tate the Tank Lewis.
So here we go, Tate the Tank. Him, like Dante, they both earn their nicknames for obvious reasons. They're the heart of this Coyote order, and they put together some shows, man. They really do a good job of just driving the ball. Tate's gonna ground one up the middle there.
Wow. A fantastic
what
play,
a play
by the Illinois State University shortstop Eric Matches. He has been a defensive wall today, showing off the range and just making plays. Shows off the range again there and makes a highlight reel type of play. He laid out, Tate grounded that ball pretty hard up the middle, laid out, touched second base, and rocketed that ball to first for the double play. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th, and it's Ryder Hancock, number 16, the Canadian phenom, up to bat. You know, a lot of people were complaining about the pitch clock being introduced on the pitching side of things, but I'm sure William Labonte has no problem with it. He works quick, and he gets himself a ground ball over to Eric Matches. Once again, Matches making the play look easy for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Coyotes still leading 5-0 as we head into the top of the 8th. So Aiden Shoemaker going to take the mound in relief of Patrick Morris Pimo. What a phenomenal outing for him. 7 innings, no runs. And he will be relieved by another Chandler pitcher. So we get the Chandler 1-2 punch here.
Chandler High School.
Chandler High School, yes, sorry. The Chandler High School 1-2 punch for the Yotes. Aiden Shoemaker.
Oh, there we go.
That ball is popped up, chasing is Ethan Hatch, but a fence is in between him and the ball. Up to bat is Eric Hartman for the Okotoks Dawgs, number 5. And Eric, the second baseman, is committed to Washington State University, so good for him. Big D1 guy. Pops this one, foul. Once again over the Coyote dugout. And Shoemaker coming in with the high 80s fastball. He can work anywhere from 85 to 87 with that thing. And I would say his best pitch is his bender, man. The curveball falls off a table. Eric Hartman lines this one hard down the first base side, and it's going to fall foul. So, yeah, Aiden Shoemaker. Nice 3-pitch mix for this kid. The true freshman hasn't seen too many innings this season, but whenever he's been out there, he's definitely taken advantage of it.
Shu had a little injury that plagued his arm. I think it was bicep tendonitis.
Something like that.
Yeah, something around his elbow,
yeah,
actually.
Us pitchers, man. Us pitchers.
Something scarier. But
always
good to see
dealing with
him
arm injuries.
Back on top of the hill. Yeah, injuries are not fun. Me and Perry would tell you that right now, you know, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're not fun, but you make the best out of the situation.
Yes.
You are in.
Yes, exactly. So Aiden Shoemaker deals this ball, grounded over to Dante Turgeon at first base, flip to Shuey, and Shu, helping himself out there, will record the first out of the inning. So I misspoke. Shu actually has like a 5-pitch mix, man. So he's got a 4-seam, which I said, and anywhere from 85 to 87. He's got the sinker, which is normally mid-80s. Got a cutter as well in the low 80s, and he's got a changeup and a curveball. So the kid can spin it. He doesn't have the biggest frame ever. He might even look skinny if you were to just give him the eye test, but he can bring the heat, and he brings it from a very high arm slot, so his ball has a downwards dropping effect to the hitter, which makes him very hard to hit. You'll see him generate a lot of ground balls.
There's one right
there's
there.
another one as Camden Plouffe fields it cleanly, makes the throw in time, and
wow.
Dante Turgeon.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have to talk about that.
Okay.
Dante Turgeon, after the play was made, the second out was recorded. Dante was going for the throw around and threw it about 15, 20 feet over Camden Plouffe's head.
Enough to get a reaction out of the booth.
Yeah.
And a little talk about it for sure.
That's funny. Camden Plouffe didn't even.
Ooh, good get me over pitch by Shu.
There's that curveball of Shuey, and I mean that thing is so late and tight, but it moves so much. It's definitely an outlier pitch, and there's strike 2 off the hands of Eric Machez. That one had some 2-seam action on it, busted Eric in, and he couldn't pull back in time. So 0-2 the count. The pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Once again, Eric Anderson showing his defensive savvy behind the dish, keeping that one in front.
Eric always doing a good job back there.
2 outs. This ball lifted over J-Mo's head into right field. Ryder Hancock will pick it up and rifle it back to second base. And a base knock there for Eric Machez. What a day he's been having. That'll bring up number 29, Benito Bonilla. And Shuey, with 2 outs and a runner on first, is looking to deal the 0-0 pitch. On the way, and it's a ball. Looked like a curveball just outside. Didn't miss by much. Shuey coming out of the pen. Looks to be locked in today. Flashing some of his best stuff.
Good. Oh, wow, Eric.
Eric Anderson.
What a stop, man.
I mean, behind the plate.
That is a tough ball to block. I hope you guys saw that on the live stream. Wow.
Yeah, so that one, Shuey yanked it a little bit into the lefty batter's box. Eric Anderson, with a clean pick, kept that one in front, prevented Eric Machez from moving over to second, but Shuey now falling behind 3-0 as that fastball is high and inside. 3-0 count. Benito Bonilla up to bat. Shuey's looking to battle himself back into this one.
Good pick off there. Runner's going to get back safe. Shoo, here we go. He's battling, man. And we're looking to bring up our offense once again. Hopefully add to the 5-run lead that we have now.
This ball grounded hard up the middle. J-Mo is going to grab it and step on second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Aiden Shoemaker, 3 ground balls for him this inning and allowing only 1 hit. Some good work from the true freshman out of the pen in relief of Pimo. Post to 0, and the Coyotes head up to bat, looking to extend the lead from 5 to the Okotoks Dawgs 0. And right back to action we go. William Labonte wasting no time, delivering strike 1. Plouffe squared bunt and fouled that one off, so quickly 0-1. Labonte deals, slider in the dirt. And Labonte, crafty right-hander against Plouffe, who does pretty well against guys that throw a lot of junk. So this matchup has definitely piqued my interest. 2-1 is the count. Labonte wasting no time getting back to work. Deals a fastball and Plouffe fouls it off over the Okotoks dugout. So 2-2 now the count. And William Labonte might be one of the quickest working pitchers
we've seen since Chuck.
Since Andrew Yusupchuk on this Coyotes roster. Something about those Canadians and moving quick, man.
Yeah.
So 3-2 after that one missed high. Full count for Mr. Green Jacket. We'll see what he can do against Labonte. The pitch in there for strike 3. Fastball inside part of the plate. Plouffe didn't like it, didn't agree with it. The bat didn't leave his shoulder. And that'll bring up Ethan Hatch with 1 out now in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ooh. Mishandled by the catcher there, but still gets the call from the umpire. That's going to start Hatch off 0-1. Ahead is LeBoyd.
Labonte misses outside with that one.
Bunt. Oh, hey, Perry.
Yes.
On the roster, there's a Michael Yusupchuk.
Wow.
Is
that so?
A Michael
Yusupchuk. Well, I'm sure there aren't too many different families with the Yusupchuk last name, so
we're gonna
have to figure out that one. Maybe.
No, that is. Dude, there's no way.
Yeah, I know. I've never met another Yusupchuk, and yeah. I don't know if I ever will.
And he's a pitcher as well. I've actually.
Oh. Yeah. So Labonte missing outside again. He's been peppering the outside part of the zone. Good eye from Ethan Hatch there as he works his way into a 3-2 count. Labonte, the 3-2 pitch fouled off. Fastball down the middle. And we'll do it all again.
Hatch versus Labonte.
And Labonte gets the better of Hatch there with the K. Swing and miss from number 24. So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Porter Pittman, number 22, the sophomore outfielder, who has been establishing himself this season as a solid producer for the Yotes on offense and defense. Labonte misses low there, slider in the dirt, and some good defensive work there by Felix Anderson, scooping that one up.
Are both catchers Anderson?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Anderson,
Yusuf Chuck,
behind the
Yusuf
dish.
Chuck.
Yeah.
And then there's those twins.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of duplicates here today.
Absolutely. All right, so Porter Pittman looking to duplicate his hits on the day. Oh, you like that, Perry?
I like
you like
that.
Perry?
I love that. That's, yeah. That's a good one, Fury. So
Yeah.
2-1.
Just
Is
learning
the
from
count.
the best, man. Learning from the best.
We have fun here over in the Chandler-Gilbert Sports broadcasting booth as Labonte is back in for a strike. So strike 2 will bring us to a 2-2 count. Here in the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. The pitch from Labonte fouled off by Porter Pittman into the Okotoks dugout.
Good fight from Porter there.
Yep.
That one, if you leave it up to the umpire, that could go
Yeah.
either way, especially with a catcher like Anderson who's been stealing pitches consistently all day.
Yeah,
and been
both
doing a good job.
Andersons.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, both Andersons have been working well behind the plate as that one actually gets away from Anderson. So that'll fill up the count now, 3-2. And Porter Pittman, time has been called.
Labonte trying to work ahead of Pittman, getting in the box there. Umpire grants Pittman time in order to get in the box. 3-2 on the way.
Ball 4, good eye from Porter Pittman. Labonte yanked that one into the ground. So 2 outs, and Porter Pittman manages to make his way on base. That'll bring up the other Anderson, Eric, number 38, the catcher for the Yotes today, who hopes to get the offense rolling once again for the Yotes. The Yotes haven't scored since the 5th, and it'd be nice to add another one. So that 0-0 pitch is in for a strike. Fastball inside part of the plate from Labonte. And Eric Anderson checking his play sheet, stepping in the box, and awaits the 0-1 pitch. Porter Pittman taking off. Wow! What a jump from Porter Pittman.
Love it, Pitty.
Labonte
Unaware.
completely in the dark right there. His team told him to step off, but he just picked over to first, and by that time, Porter Pittman was basically standing on second base. So Porter Pittman, some heads-up base running, maybe picked the timing of Labonte and helped himself out by moving over 90 feet. Eric Anderson, swing and miss. Will bring us to a 2-strike count now.
2 strikes on Eric. And here he is. Hopefully can bring Pittman across, add to that lead that the Coyotes have. No lead is ever too safe in this conference.
And Eric Anderson.
Was that a changeup, dude? What was that?
I'm not too sure. Something with a lot of run on it from Labonte, and he has been stellar in relief for the Okotoks Dawgs here. But nevertheless, he can't score runs for them on the mound. It's up to the Okotoks offense to post some runs here in the top of the 9th. Coyotes lead
Big
5
time, baby. Big time.
to the Okotoks Dawgs 0. Oh, my goodness, Bod. It's Seth Thompson, Bod, on the bump.
It's big time, baby.
Big time Thompson, Bod, on the bump for the Coyotes here in the top of the 9th. Coming in for the close piece. The Canadian has played on the Okotoks Dawgs himself. I'm pretty sure he's going back this summer as well, so I'm sure he knows every guy he's facing here. Always good to see some rivalry in these games, man.
Yeah.
Brings more intensity.
I like it. We've had Ryder in the lineup today playing against the Okotoks, some of his teammates, and now big time coming in to close it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully adding to the shutouts that the Coyote pitchers have put together this year, somewhere around two or three shutouts so far.
Yeah. Not that Fury is trying to jinx anything.
How would that be a jinx? That's what we're looking for.
I know. But I don't know. We just have a history of jinxing things.
I don't. I make them
You say that
happen.
now. You say that
Dude,
now. If they
until
score
I
a
get my
run.
first.
No, if they score a run here, bro. But
Remember-
that's not going to happen. It's big time Thompson on the bump. Big time Thompson on the bump. They're not scoring. And number 6, Matt Galvin, the right fielder, is up to bat here for the Dawgs. And this ball grounded up the middle. J-Mo coming in, throwing across his body, makes the play.
Beautiful play.
J-Mo always solid on the defensive side of things.
Loses his hat in the process.
Proves himself once again, yeah.
Going all out for the Yokes.
All out. So 1 out now in the top of the 9th. And up to bat comes number 16, Declan Spooner, the first baseman. Yeah, we're not jinxing anything, man. We're just letting the kids play. We have nothing to do with the game. End of story. This ball grounded over Dante at first base. He's going to take it himself.
Love it.
So that'll be the 2nd out of the top of the 9th here.
And in case you fans are not aware, if the Coyotes get a shutout today, if that does happen, the pitchers on the Coyote staff get to hit BP on the field.
BP, pitchers
so
BP,
a lot
man.
at stake.
Yeah.
And big time Thompson looking to bring it home.
Big time Thompson in there for strike 1. And up to bat for the Okotoks Dawgs is,
Oh my gosh, Seth.
wow.
Dude.
Seth Thompson is
Electric.
pretty nasty. Let me tell you. Brandon LeBlanc is up to bat for the Dawgs. And oh my goodness. Seth Thompson freezes LeBlanc in his tracks. Caught him like a deer in headlights on that bender. And that'll be the final out of the game. Your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes snap a 7-game drought here against the Okotoks Dawgs. Final score 5-0. And
Today's
we'll
game
be
was
back. We'll be
impressive.
back here today at 6 o'clock p.m. against Arizona Christian University's JV squad. But yeah, so the tale of today's game was just domination from the pitching staff of Chandler-Gilbert. They, not even for a second, did they allow the Okotoks Dawgs any breathing room. They kept the pedal to the gas, even though there were some hit by pitches. It was all neutralized by the defense and the strikeouts of Patrick Morris. I mean, he really helped himself out a lot, got some double plays, and just played his game, really. He was able to be, he gets the win today. So 7 innings scoreless baseball for Patrick Morris. And in his relief was Aiden Shoemaker, posted some nice zeros as well. And lastly, big time Seth Thompson with the close piece. That 1-2-3 inning that you just saw was all it took for the Yotes. They had some life on offense early, and they just rode out that lead. Did their job. The Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes pick up the win here on this wonderful Monday morning. So we'll be back with you tonight. Chandler-Gilbert takes on Arizona Christian University JV at home. Taking the bump for the Coyotes, Daniel Hutchison, the freshman pitcher from Chandler High School, looks to continue his reign of dominance this season. And it would be very, very good for the Coyotes if he could maybe build some momentum back, gain their footing, and start to pick up some more conference wins. I'm Adam Perry, and I was joined today with Andrew Fury. Andrew, what do you think of today's game?
Today was impressive on the pitching side for sure. You know, we got to see Pimo in his like element, man.
Yeah.
He was up there, he was dominating, and then right behind him, Aiden Shoemaker came in, did a good job for a couple innings, and Big Time Thompson closed it out. We got to see some strong hitting as well. Dante Turgeon adding to his RBI total on the season, and we also got to see a couple other timely hits from the Coyotes. All around good baseball, good way to get our footing back.
They played clean. That's another big thing for the Coyotes today. They played clean baseball. So we'll be back with you 6 p.m. here. Thank you for joining us, those around the globe. And from the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network broadcasting team, once again, have a good one.